I'm gonna bleed you. Didn't even hurt.
Bandits are worse than the vermin that infest the ash wastes back home.
Better than that. No. Not good enough. I'm gonna.
Damn bandits are worse than the vermin that infest the ash wastes back home.
Here in his shrine.
That they have forgotten. Here do we toil.
That we might remember.
By night we recline. What by day was stolen.
Far from yourself.
Inadvisable.
Your eyes once were blinded.
Touching the stone, you appear to have fallen under whatever influence is affecting the others.
Your hands once were idle.
I wonder how long this effect will last. Perhaps it is permanent.
And when the world shall listen.
And when the world remembers.
That would be a shame. You are an interesting exception.
That
Otherwise,
world
universal
will
phenomenon.
cease to be.
Here in his shrine.
I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would make a fascinating test subject. Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out.
They have forgotten.
It is the only place where silt striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived. Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our shores. The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills, too. When the city of Vivek was destroyed, it took decades for us to rebuild.
Here do we toil.
We are still but a shadow of our glorious past, but someday we will rise again.
Remember.
There is the big island of Ardenfell and the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties on Vardenfell. I've never been to the mainland myself. It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrun. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion. You are too young to remember the Nerevarine. He defeated Dagorthur and saved us all from the Blight. That's that, then.
He grows ever near to us.
crumbly mountain home. Secrets I...
Our eyes once were blinded. Now through him do we see. Our hands once were idle. Now through them does he speak.
And when the world remembers.
What's our next move? Lead on. I've spent enough time to start the last of my life.
You lost? My husband Vendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken. Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland. Sure, got nothing better to do. Mirak. I'm sure I've heard that name before. Haven't I? Was it in a dream? May your path be free from danger.
Vendel Severin. A pleasure to meet you, sir. Always glad to help, Serio. What can I do for you? Not today. Too many things on my mind. Not today. Too many things on my mind.
Do I? I was going to say no, but somehow I feel like I do. Does that make any sense?
No, I'm sure of that.
And yet, I think I had a dream of a temple, and he was there.
Not today. Too many things on my mind. Pleasant journey, Serio.
I hope you enjoy your stay in Raven Rock. What's wrong with you? Do you want to ruin everything?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here to do a job, and that's it.
I've seen the way you look at her. Do you take me for a fool?
Look, dearest, what I do on my own time is my business. You stick to your business, and we'll both be fine. Hope we don't run into too many ash spawn out here.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Either you're here to get showered in sparks, or you're looking for something to buy. Out with it. Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name. Bring the weapons. Get him. Kill him. I'll fix it up right.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods? Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with. I think so, but I can't remember how I know him. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I think so. But the only thing that comes to mind is a shrine near the Earthstone. Just got some of my merchandise off the latest supply ship. See if anything strikes your fancy. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Want to buy anything? Or just laugh at our misfortunes? Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks. Absolutely. Here's your payment. I think I maybe had a dream about someone with that name. It was very strange. Was I building something? A shrine down on the beach near the Earthstone? I'm not sure. Take a look. If you need any supplies, you know where to find me. I'd be on... I think I maybe had a dream. It was very strange. Was I... See for yourself. If you need any supplies, you know where to find me.
My husband
Miserable.
Vendel feared visitors
Just
with Sean
miserable.
Raven Rock. I'm
I
glad
hate
to
this
see he
place.
was mistaken.
What's our next move? Long story, but I don't see the harm in sharing it with you. My last patron was a true Nord. He was dressed in animal skins, had tattoos on his face. A real traditional type, if you know what I mean. He had an insatiable bloodlust and was extremely stubborn. One of the toughest employers I've ever had. Simple. He paid well. Very well. Anyway, we'd just cleared a ruined fort somewhere outside of Whiterun, and when we got outside, we saw one of them galloping away on horseback. Well, my boss wasn't about to let him get away, so we pursued. On foot. For 3 days. Until we ended up tracking him to one of the largest bandit encampments I'd ever seen. My patron took one look at me and made the most menacing grin I'd ever seen. At that moment, I knew I'd never see him again. No amount of money would ever be worth that kind of death. If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on.
My husband Vendel feared visitors with Sean Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the point trying to make a life here?
Don't run into too many ash spots.
At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. I think so, but I'm not sure where I heard the name. I don't know why, but I'm thinking about a temple here on the island. Maybe it was just a bad dream. Keep yourself safe.
Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland. May your
I've sworn to keep Councillor Morvain safe, and I intend to take that oath. To what? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what. Remember, we are watching you.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine. Take that swill and pour it down a well. No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why. I don't know. I feel strange just thinking about it. A temple, maybe. Here on the island, something about a temple. Until next time.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies? I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen? I don't think so, though it sounds like a name I've heard before. I hear that name, and I see a temple here on Solstein. What could that that mean? Goodness, it must have been quite difficult tracking those creatures down out there. Here, take these. They should help you during your journeys.
If you're dealing with me...
If you're looking for any exotic ingredients, just ask. I think I can teach you a thing or two. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Remember, I have plenty of potions.
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim, I might be. I've spent enough time.
I work for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him. Mogul doesn't lend coin to outlanders. Look somewhere else. You looking for trouble? Stay out of my way. Haven't you got something better to do? Get away from me, outlander. Sarah? There's something you need. There's something you need. There's something you need.
I'll give you this warning only
Sarah?
once. Stay out of my way.
Yes,
and we'll
Sarah?
be just fine.
Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland.
Glover Mallory's the name. Take a look. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
Glover Mallory is a wonder with a hammer and he mended.
If you're looking for supplies, talk to Fettis. He'll set you up with whatever you need.
Captain Gjallan does the business around here.
You're back. Please, tell me what you found. Please, tell me what you found. Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rockfall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone. Thank you. Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best an old retired miner can do. He's begging for patrons again, eh? Well, I suppose I could have just a bit. I recognize the name, but I don't know how I know it. It sounds so familiar. It's so strange. I feel like it's from a dream. Something about the Earthstone and a shrine. That's it. That's all I can think of. Those cowards left decades ago. Every single damned one of them. The moment the ebony mine dried up, they pulled up stakes. Ridiculous. Solstheim is still rich in ebony ore. I know there's more down there. I can smell it. I come from 3 generations of miners, and I'm telling you that the East Empire Company was wrong. They just didn't want to spend the coin trying to find it. Our home has stood in Raven Rock since the colony was founded. Grayson helped build it with his own 2 hands. After Grayson died, he left behind a wife and a son. My grandfather, Relicus. Relicus lived there for quite a long time, working in the other sections of the mine until he was slain by reavers. I never knew my father. My mother and I always lived alone. I asked her about him many times, but she seemed angry and refused to speak about him. So eventually, I let it go. When I was old enough, I began working in the mine, hoping to make my fortune and eventually move to the Imperial City. Unfortunately, yes. I only had enough coin saved to send one of us back to the Imperial City. So I sent my mother alone. I wanted her to see her homeland before she died. Until I met my darling Aphia, yes. I suppose you could have called me a bitter old hermit. Now I'm just old. Mark my words, Raven Rock isn't finished yet.
Hope we don't run into too many ash spawn out here.
There was a time when this town meant something. Now it's all gone. For all I know, I might be the last Imperial left on Solstheim.
I hate to break it to you, but there isn't a scrap of ebony left in the mines. You might want to just move on.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for
You
you,
brought
friend?
Raven Rock back from the brink, traveler. I don't know how to thank you. You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost? Oh, how kind. Thank Elders for me, won't you? A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio. Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating for my husband. I haven't seen him this pleased in many years. Why does that sound so familiar? There's no one here by that name, and yet I swear I've heard it. I don't know. It almost feels like a dream. Something about a temple on the island. Adral Arano, second counselor of Raven Rock. How I hate that title. Damn fool's going to get himself killed over it someday. He's in grave danger, and yet he continues to place himself in harm's way. When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I awaken. This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here. I assure you, if I could convince Adral to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Adral and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings. I'm the wife of a second counselor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Adral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock. Adral and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Redoran has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of Mournhold itself. The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold. I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio.
The entire island isn't covered in ash, you know. They have huge ice fields up north, and it's freezing up there.
You've brought Raven Rock back from the brink, traveler. I don't know.
Your contributions have earned you citizenship here, friend. I'll always consider you one of us.
I've spent enough time on
Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you. Do I? What a strange thing. It sounds so familiar, and yet I cannot place the name. I'm not even sure. I can picture a temple, here on Solstheim. Must have been a bad dream. With the mines open, Raven Rock has become a significant colony of the Dunmer people again. I've been able to convince my superiors at House Redoran to send me the resources that they've been denying, now that we're deemed more important. Soon, we'll have a steady supply of workers and materials to keep things going for years to come. Solstheim is theoretically under my rule, but without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway. Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skarl Village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there. Sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along. Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and Rieklings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this. You've never heard of House Redorin? We're the mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the Council, the ruling body of Morrowind. This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Indoril, Sadras, and Redorin. Well, of course, with 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory. Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
My apologies for doubting you, Seryo. You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open, but all I see is a new security problem on our hands. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solstheim crawling with reavers and Azora knows what else, I can't risk any attacks on Raven Rock. What? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. I appreciate the help you've been giving us.
What's our next move?
Your contributions have earned you citizenship here, friend. I'll always consider you a plus.
This is House Redorin territory. You do well to remember that. Keep moving. If it wasn't for the bulwark, we'd be digging our houses out from beneath the ash by now.
You honor the reclamations with your actions. This will not be forgotten. Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb? There where we inter our dead. They are sacred places, meant to honor their passing. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains. Those foul vermin, the abominations we call ash spawn, have risen from the ashes of our own ancestors. They're befouling the memories of our forefathers by defiling their remains. Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most kind.
Here, this key should open the door to the tomb.
Sounds like something from a dream, and yet it might be more strange. I remember a temple on Solstheim, and working to build something. It was not a pleasant dream. The reclamations are the true tribunal, the Daedra that consecrate the Dunmer people, Azura, Methala, and Boethia. We call them the true tribunal because they have reclaimed their place in our hearts from the false tribunal that came before. Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine upon the House of Reclamations. The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot inside a stone sarcophagus. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so he might return to the ash from whence he came. The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning. Be cautious, friend. The ash spawn are soulless beings with no regard for compassion.
only traveling with someone who seems competent.
My last patron was killed trying to tackle an entire fort of bandits alone. You honor the reclamations with your actions. This will not be forgotten. Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings.
Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
May Azura, Mafala, and Boethia guide you.
You may have everyone fooled, but I see what you're doing here. The Call of Gold sends you scurrying like a rat. Get that vile liquid away from me.
Mirag. It sounds very familiar.
Not someone here, but
I'm not sure I can recall.
I can't be sure. I know I've heard that name, but it doesn't feel real.
Does that make any sense?
Non-believers are never welcome here.
We've got our eyes on you. What are you doing that for?
I am his hands.
The Master calls.
The Master calls.
The Master calls.
The Master calls.
Anytime you want to hit the Skyrim, I might wait. I've spent enough time on Soulstein to last a while.
Citizen. I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
I'll give you... If you're dealing with me, take that swill and pour it down a well. Until next time.
Mogrel doesn't lend coin to... You looking for trouble? Stay out of my way.
Welcome to the Retching Next Corner Club, my lord. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you. We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here. Geldis spares no expense. Sorry, Geldis won't allow me to drink while I'm working at Venetch. Did I know someone by that name? Someone that wanted something. Maybe I'm just confused. I can't be sure. Safe travels. Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever grace your lips. How do you think? It's a blessing. I've got regular paying customers again. Thirsty workers at the end of the day, and more coin than I can count. Haven't heard anything lately, but check back with me. You never know. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever grace your lips.
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim, I'm right with you. I've spent enough time on Solstheim to last a lifetime.
If you're looking to purchase something, speak to my father, Fethis. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible. Keep yourself safe. Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
The mine's open, people are buying drinks, and I'm making money again. Just like old times. Perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. Watch yourself out there. Looks like an ash storm might be brewing.
Can't believe I've been stuck here this long.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. I've always had a steady stream of work thanks to the Redoran Guard, so it hasn't affected me much. However, I've seen the smile on people's faces, and there's hope around here once again. Something we've been lacking for a long time. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Bring your weapons and armor to me.
What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Lead on. If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure.
Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the best. Either you're here to get showered in sparks, or you're looking for something to buy. Out with it.
Hope we don't run into too many ash spawn down here.
Steel, dwarven, ebony. If it's broken, I can mend it. Yeah. Huh? You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. Don't let it go to waste. Huh? Yeah. Take a look. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right. Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the...
I don't know what you did in those mines, but it put a smile on Creature's face. I've never seen him so happy. Don't be put off by my husband's mood. He enjoys having visitors. It's been tough running the household alone, but Precious... I think so, but from where? I can't recall. It's difficult. Something about it doesn't feel right. A temple here on the island. That's all I can recall. Be careful out there. Those East Empire people should be ashamed of themselves for abandoning Raven Rock. Need something?
Hope we don't run into too many ash spawn.
Yes?
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks by. It gets lonely out here. That's not someone who lives in Raven Rock, I don't think. But it sounds so familiar. Maybe. I can't help but think of some some sort of temple on the island. Why would that be? Don't stay away for too long.
What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Right behind you.
Oh, hello. Are you looking for a hand?
You got a good thing going here now that you've the finest weapons and armor. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
What's our next move? If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Right behind you.